Hello, my name's Tanya Joska. My name's Tanya. We're gonna be reading more scary stories to tell in the dark, by Alvin, Schwartz, and Dracula Stephen Gammell. Alvin Schwartz, he collected the stories. He didn't actually write them. This is the second book, in the series, I believe. So this is the picture of the cover of the book. And we're gonna be reading Somebody Fell from Aloft. Okay, so let's start. Somebody fell from Aloft. I had signed on as many ordinary seamen on the falls of Ettrick, a merchant ship bound for England. The first time I saw that ship, I knew her right away. She was the old Gertrude. Gertrude Sporship. I had sailed on her years before when she was painted brown and gold. Now she was painted black and had a new name, but it was the same ship for sure. We had a pretty good crew for that voyage, except for one hard-looking ticket named McLaurin. Sorry. He was a pretty good seaman, but there was something about him that I didn't trust. He was kind of secretive, kept mostly to himself. One day, somebody told him that I had worked on the old Gertrude. For some reason, he got all a tremble over that. Then I catched him giving me all these ugly black looks, as if he was itching for the knife me in the back. I guess it had something to do with the Gertrude, but I didn't know what. Well, this one day we was trying to work our way through a dripping black fog. You'd scarcely know we had all the lights on, and it was dead calm. There was a breath of fresh air. The ship just lay there wailing in a rough, a rolling, going nowheres. I was standing my watch and around midship, and Macron was doing his trick at the wheel. The rest of the crew was scattered around one place and another. It was as quick as could be. Then all at once, wacko. This thing hits the deck right in front of McFarlane. He lets go a screech and turns my blood cold, and he falls down in a faint. The second mate starts yelling that somebody has fallen from aloft. Laying out there just forward of the wheel was someone or something dressed in oily skins with blood oozing out from underneath. The captain ran and fetched a big light from his cabin so we could see who it was. They kind of straightened him out to get a good look at his face. He was a big, ugly-looking devil with the butt and but nobody knew who he was or what he was doing up there. At least nobody was saying. When McLaurin McLaurin came to from his faint, they tried to get someone out of him. All he did was jabber away and keep rolling those big, wild-looking eyes of his. Everybody was getting more and more excited. We all wanted to heave the body overboard as quick as we could. There was something weird about it, as if it was real. But the captain wasn't so sure about getting rid of it that way. Could it be a stowaway? He asked. But the ship was filled with lumber we were carrying. There was no space where a living thing could hide for 3 weeks, which is how long we had been out. Even if it was a stowaway, what was it doing aloft on such a dirty day? There was a new reason for anyone to be up there. There was nothing to see. Finally, the captain gave up and told us to heave him overboard. Then nobody would touch him. The mate ordered us to pick him up, but nobody made him move. Excuse me. Made him move. He tried coaxing, but that didn't do anything. Any good, sorry. Didn't do any good. Suddenly that loony McLaurin starts yelling, I handled him once and I can handle him again. He picks up the body and staggers over to the railing with it. He is just about to throw it overboard when it wraps its two big long arms around him or they go together. Then on the way down, one of them starts laughing in a horrible way. The mates are yelling to launch a boat, but nobody would go into a boat. Not on a night like that, we threw a couple life, I won't say preservers from them, but nobody knew they wouldn't help. So that was that, or was it? The first chance I had to go after that, I went right over to see old Captain Spurshoe, who was captain when the Gertrude was around. Well, he says, one trip, one trip these two outlandish men shipped around the Gertrude. One was McLaurin, the other was a real big fella. The big one was always picking on McLaurin and thumping him around, and McLaurin was always talking about how he would go back at him. Well, that's what dirty night the two of them was up there alone, and the big one came flying down, killed him deader in the hearing. I think that's what it was. That's all it says. That's the picture of the story of the story that we just read. Yeah. McLaurin says the foot rope they were using parted and how he almost fell himself, but everybody who saw that rope knew she didn't give away on her own. She had been cut through with a knife. After that, whenever we came into port, McLaurin thought we were going to get the police after him, and he'd get pretty scared, but we couldn't prove anything. So we didn't try. In the end, I guess the big fella took care of things in his own way. If he was a ghost that came back, that's what he was. If there be things like ghosts. That's the end of the story. Thanks for watching.